Now, this one, I want you guys to pay attention to it and tell me if you think that it's an accurate description of how you view it. Because this is how some people view it, but not everybody. So I want to know if it's an accurate description of how you view it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, it's magic, and magic is spelled with a K. Although this isn't, no, it's, okay. Although this isn't the preferred method of spelling the word, I use it to discern the difference between parlor tricks and pagan views of magic. Excuse me. Magic usually refers to the practice of ritual and spells. However, talking with the pagan community, I have come to realize that it's much more than this. Magic describes an energy force that is constantly around us. It's in more concentration of select objects than others, usually by having a charged place upon the object itself. Taliban's charms. The energy's purpose is also varied. For example, it is held that a tiger's eye provides protection, whereas, how do you say it?
Malachite.
Malachite is used for healing. If you attempt to charge a stone for a purpose other than what it is meant, the item will not be as effective as either what it is intended for. Sounds weird. Or what you have charged to do it. On the same note, there are different deities which control the energy fields. Unlike Ash, how do you say it?
Titol, the Aztec one?
You know, it's Titol. Or Wiccan. However, these entities are not a part of magic. Rather, they are deities which control magic in its various forms.
Slightly confusingly worded.
Yeah, slightly confusing.
I do that sometimes. On the one where I was trying to explain the stones, basically in a nutshell, I'm going to try to see if I can reconstruct how I say this. If I have a tiger's eye, it's supposed to be for protection. Now let's say that I took that tiger's eye and I tried to empower it so that it was there for healing instead. It's more useful if I try to empower it to be for protection, it's more effective. However, its effectiveness has gone down. Matt, can you explain this?
It's another example of the pros and cons between using our own life force to alter the living force from the previous discussion. It's like she was saying, tiger's eye, protection, malachite, healing. That's what they're generally used for. That's what the stone is strongest at doing as far as its energy work goes. It's force work, so to speak. Now, if I was to take a tiger's eye and try to use it to, I don't know, see in the dark or something crazy like that, it's not going to work as well as the stone that has been generally ordained as the best option. Brian?
I think I can dumb it down in really, really simple terms. Don't try to fit a round hole in a square peg.
Other way around?
Whatever.
Hey, I want to see
know what
somebody
it
fit a
is.
hole into a peg. That'd be a great trick.
It's like carrying around the right plug for whatever country you go
Shut
to.
up, Isaac.
If you go to U.S. or Japan, you got the 2-prong. If you go to
Europe,
you get the five
Or the little
prong.
circular ones.
The little circular ones. You know, just.
And then you got your television.
And American appliances will not plug into European outlets. Just trust me on that.
Not without a power converter.
Yes, because you will blow half of the hotel.
Yep.
Right.
I've done it.
Okay, so
But I hope
does that make more
clarified.
sense? I know I didn't write that well. I tried to make sense of it, but.
It was well written into the last sentence, and I think you fell asleep writing it.
So is that my second time I'm allowed the mistake? No, now you're stoned.
Bring out the sage. Continue, Allie.
Okay, so,
Of course you'd be in trouble.
so is that an accurate description of how you guys might view magic?
At its most base level, I would say it would be pretty
It's
good,
a-
yeah.
a basic level.
It's a good foundation, but
Yeah.
The foundation is a lot more
which is what she was
complicated.
going for.
Yeah,
I don't
it's well
agree
done.
with all of it. I don't disagree with it, all of it. It's just one way to take things.
Mhm.
Okay. So, okay, now, when I gave you guys the 11 ones, like each of you got one of them.
Oh,
Who
okay.
hasn't read that one yet?
Oh.
What one?
I haven't
The
read.
one based on religion.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
just read mine.
Did anyone not read
Somebody's
it?
gonna have to read mine for me because I
I got
can't
it.
like. Okay.
I'll
Well,
read hers.
wait.
Wait, hold on.
You know, she needs you to.
Uktina.
Okay.
I've got Uktina.
Uktina?
Uktina.
Uk-
Uktina.
Oh, Uktina's quote, okay.
Yeah,
Go for it.
that's what hers is.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
You can read it.
all right. Here we go. God, as a father, who is a father, archetypically, what? Archetypically? I think she's archetypically. Okay. Archetypically speaking, I'd prefer to use the term parent here because then the association is much stronger than the father because he is one half of the duo required. But whatever, I get the gist. I would not exist without my father parent. But from this perspective, he is the entire reason I exist. Not that I exist to serve him, but I exist because of him. This is another way of thinking of God in terms of the creative force, the wellspring, the source from which all is derived. God as the son, who as the father created, if not the child. Again, I'd far prefer the more inclusive term child, but again, the gist is the same. Who is a child to the parent? They are that which is created, not quite a copy, but possessing half of the genetic material of each parent, making the child a unique, independent, self-contained creation in its own right, and yet still part of the parent. The son, for such child, then can be thought of as God in terms of which is the created, the manifestation of will or desire. In this case, then semantically speaking, of course, the Trinity sees Father and Son as part of the same, God as both the Creator and the creation. God is the Holy Spirit, continuing on with the anthology of the parent-child creative relationship. The Holy Spirit is a breath of life. Quotation, prana, chi, ki, etc. It is the spark which animates the clay, the miracle that takes two cells and somehow merges them together to create the new, independent life. God as a Trinity merely means God is all things. Creator, source, created, manifestation, and the force of creation.